Oh, hi. Look at that. We're doing a show. I'm not Ben. I'm Sam this time. And first, before I let you know any of their names, because they're a bunch of schmucks, we need to talk about what's important, and that's their lovely sponsors, which is Bespoke and
23andMe.
Oh, they're wonderful. Now, go ahead and tell them your name.
Hey, I'm Chad. I play Boomstick. We're letting Sam try hosting today.
Not try. I'm doing.
Doing it.
It's currently
Just
happening.
for the record.
I'm
Do
Nick,
it.
and I have no confidence in today.
Neither do I, and that's why I'm happy about it.
That's me. I'm Josh. I edit.
Look
Death
at that.
Battle.
Great job.
We're done.
Yeah, good job.
Did it. Semi-normal this
Drive
time.
Okay.
the car, Sam.
Cool. Well, I like to drive to places that some people don't always go to. So where do y'all want to go?
What?
What?
Shut up. Let's talk about funny things. Y'all like movies?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hate him, Sam.
Sweet.
That's why I went into the radio, television, film degree.
Well, you
college.
wanted to learn why they were all so bad so you can make better ones, right? Is that how it worked?
I'll agree if that gets us to where you're trying to take us.
Oh, I'm not trying to take us anywhere. I'm just completely fucking floundering
You know what I'm
without
sick of?
confidence now.
I'm so sick of the damn rain.
Yo, it's been on like crazy lately.
The flooding has been crazy. Have you seen? There was that one river. I've been here for 2 years. I still don't know.
Colorado
Austin well.
River?
No,
The
there's
Red River?
I've been here for like 8 years. I
What
don't know
river?
them
The
either.
Mississippi.
There's too many different ones. I don't.
What
Whatever.
are the Austin rivers?
The
Right.
Long
Austin
story short,
bodies of
there's
water.
There's like a
whatever.
life rescue shack or something like that.
Is
The
it
water's
like
like
a lake
over it.
or
Sure, it's the river that goes to a
there's
lake.
a shitty body
Is
of
it
water
west?
Listen, there's a shitload of water
Yo,
flying through
just
Austin.
everywhere.
Okay,
like minus
Unidentifiable.
drinking and showering. Fuck water. Like I don't know. Like
So the
I
only two
know how
applications.
important it is.
The fish is alive.
Like I understand how important it is. It is one of the most crucial things on our planet, bar none. But also, like, I don't know, it gets in the way all the time. Like,
It
it's
does.
fucking raining and shit. Like,
feels
being
nice,
outside in the
man.
rain.
See,
Swimming.
well here's
Swimming.
The,
You ever
fuck
gone for a
swimming.
swim?
I don't
Oh,
swim much.
hot
Like,
tub.
hot tubs are good.
Yeah.
But okay, there's good parts of it, but it's just like most of the time you interact with water in like you don't want water, it's garbage.
Unwanted water. Yeah.
Fuck unwanted water. That's what I'm talking about.
Screw unwanted anything. Like, it's unwanted. So I don't know. I don't know why that's
Well-
unique to water.
No, but okay, I guess it's different. Unasked for water, because if you get
That's what unwanted means.
No,
no, I mean you could have unasked for $100 bill and you'll be like,
Yeah,
fuck
or you
yeah.
like,
Sweet.
oh, this sucks. But yeah, exactly. Like water never shows up, and you're like, oh, sweet water. It's not like a cake where it shows up, and you're like, oh, sweet cake. But it's like,
See,
yeah,
Here's the thing, is like
surprise water
I think
fucking sucks.
surprise water. Yes.
Depends.
Like a clown's.
Here's the thing it is, because like
Sure.
Sam and I grew up skating.
Fuck those clowns.
Right? And so because of that, like rain to us meant a day of no fun.
Yeah.
Right? Like rain is the ultimate enemy when you like want to go street skating or whatever, because then you're just like, well fuck, we're screwed. We like, either need to go find a park or like I guess we'll sit
Yeah.
around and play video games. So like
Not a battle.
so that's always been like
No, but still.
since childhood, rain equal no fun.
Yeah.
So like I hate the rain, but like my wife's just like, oh, I like it when it rains. It's all like nice and peaceful, and there's a lot of people like that, and I'm just like, I can't do it, man.
It depends on the day for me, because there's some days when I'm like, yeah, I want to go outside. I want to go like downtown Austin or something like that. But then there's some days where I'm just
Yo.
like, you know what? I could go for. I don't want to go anywhere. I could go
And
for
then a
a
rain
big
is
natural
dope. Yeah, then a rain is great.
phenomenon that gives me the perfect excuse to not go anywhere.
Yes,
And
it
it
is
feels
excellent.
extra cozy.
You're right. I'm coming around to water.
So
But-
I brought this up because I want to tell you about last Friday when we got that like monsoon. There's like
awesome.
tornado warnings, flash flood warnings.
That
so,
was not awesome.
Ellie and I decided to walk over to HEB to go just grab like a snack and some beer, right? And we're like, all right, we're gonna walk across. And because we go outside, we're like, it's not raining, everything looks fine. It's like a scene out of a horror movie. We're walking, we get there, and there's that side street right before you get to HEB, and like I start feeling like raindrops hitting me from the side, and then we both turn our heads.
Weird.
Yeah, all right, it was, right? So we both turn our heads at the same time, and it looks like the fucking wall from The Mummy, like just coming at you. Of
Awesome.
like, I've never seen rain come at me before, right? And so I just look at it and I just go, it's coming, and and then Ellie just goes, run, and we just sprint into HEB, and we make it in time.
Which one of you tripped and fell and said, "Going on without me"?
Yeah.
No, straight up, we
Was
didn't
it you?
play. No, unfortunately.
Ellie, then.
Yeah, she's gone. She had a good run. So we get there, get her stuff, and then we're just like standing outside, and we debated the like most ridiculous thing, which is like, should we like call it an Uber for like the 30 feet like to get back to the main campus, but instead we're just like, let's go. And dude, just completely drenched, right?
You
So
didn't buy like 6 umbrellas.
I
and
thought about it.
Do like a Spartan phalanx. Like,
That'd be great.
Dude, I thought about it, but instead we just walked, got completely soaked, and then later that day, this was the motivation for me having to buy new tires this weekend. I had,
Did you almost die?
oh, dude, so 290, I'm driving, and I'm like, all right, it is raining like the son of a bitch, like it got tornado warnings, the wind's whipping everywhere, like I'm gonna drive safe, right? I'm doing like 45 on the highway. And I started to get to 50, and the reason I reined it back to 45 was because I had a moment where I was like, I need to make a slight adjustment. And just my wheels did it, but my car kept going straight, and I was like, uh-oh, yeah. And then coming up on my left, I see lights. You know those like 30-foot tall like double light posts that are in the middle of the highway divider?
Yeah.
Somebody wrapped their car around it. It had fallen over into the other side of the highway.
ooh.
And so like they're getting that person all taken care of, and I'm just like, holy shit, what is happening? And then on my way on 290, I passed 2 other cars that had gone off to the left and hit the like little metal wire divider
Jeez.
that were stuck there just waiting for like
Fury
rescue
Road.
services to come. My God, I was like, all right, Sam's gonna give me a bunch of shit for this.
Probably.
I didn't realize how bald my tires were. Like I knew I was getting there because like on rainy days, like I
Did
was
you
like
forget
power
to, like,
sliding.
Put your eyes in.
Well, you
'Cause
know,
you just
I
fucking
don't know.
look at
They're
them.
huge tires. They're huge. So I was like,
yeah, but like
easier
you
to
can
see,
see.
right?
I don't see the Rock, and I'm like, oh, he's so huge. I can't tell he's not bald.
well, it's just like
Like, what are you talking about?
Coming from smaller tires, I don't know. They just seemed like they had more life in them. Okay.
The size of the tire does not change the fucking fact that it has tread or not. Like the size, like what?
Well, from the outside, listen, it's deceptive. All right.
outside
I
of a
didn't do
tire-
a good job of checking. I admit that. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure, bud, sure.
So, first of all, those are the tires that came on the car.
yeah, it's been what 4 years?
3.5 years.
Okay, yeah,
Wow.
sure.
Continue to tell us about your poor choices today.
So yeah, I realized that after that scary drive, I'm like, I'm gonna go get new tires,
Yeah.
which made me want to die inside because they're 20-inch tires.
And they're really
Oh
expensive.
God, dude! Even going the affordable route, it cost me so much money.
Was it
hurt.
like $1,000?
just under?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
So that sucked, especially when it's one of those expenses that you don't like account for. You
Right,
know, like
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I need all new tires. How much? Oh, like, cause like, and I'm just like, man, that's like a new PC. I'm gonna show you, Sam, a picture I took because there was one
Can
in
you
particular.
see the little spinies? coming
No,
out,
I
the
didn't get
wire
that
mesh?
bad. But there's
I've
one
had
in
to get that bad
particular
before.
that is like just bald as all. So
Yeah, that's hardly a tire anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, like I've had it because alignment's bad, where it like rubs down the inside and you get the little spinies coming
Yeah.
out. But
no,
yeah.
it didn't have that. See from the outside, you still have like the notches.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the notches like curved around my wheels. So I was like, I still have tread, but I didn't like take the time to look into the middle
Yeah,
where it's like
yeah.
bald as all hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
The part where the weight of your car is the whole.
Yeah, you know, the important
that
part. Yeah, I
the
didn't check
the
that.
bit that actually matters. Yeah.
yeah. So, but I'll tell you what. First of all, my car is now taller. Like
Yeah.
it feels taller because I have tread again. And it drives insane. I'm like, dude, how long have these tires been shit?
Yeah,
Like,
that'll happen. Yeah.
it's amazing. So that's
Yeah.
good, and I will continue to live. So this is about my like friendly little PSA. If you haven't got new tires in a while, you might want to check
Your
that out
tires
because
check.
it sneaks up on you. And
It's really, really easy to notice when you drive a car that doesn't weigh anything in its rear wheel
Yeah.
drive, because like sometimes you try and turn and it like doesn't work the way you think turning works, and you're like, oh yeah, it's new
That
tire
doesn't
time.
sound good.
that's
No,
true.
it's super fucking fun. I do it every day.
That's probably part
but-
of it too, because my car weighs like 1,000,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Just grinding them down. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent. I texted a picture to Topher because he was giving me a lot of shit about my tires being bald. I was like, got new tires, and I sent him that picture, and he showed it to his wife, and her first response was, "He has children." I was like, "Yeah, okay, that might have been a little irresponsible." They mainly the kids go in the other car, but being a father probably would suck if they didn't have me around. So, change your tire.
So I think this is an appropriate moment to talk about one of our favorite advertisers, Bespoke. Let me tell you about these guys. When you're constantly on the go, you're grinding away at the office, hanging out with friends. There's not a lot of time to upgrade your style or your apartment or whatever it is that you might want to upgrade. That's why I love getting a new box of awesome from Bespoke Post every month. These guys are out scouting for quality and unique products to send in each box. Now you can experience it too at boxofawesome.com. To get started, visit boxofawesome.com and answer a few short questions that will help them get a feel of, what kind of boxes you're looking for, and that'll go best for your style. Whether you're in search of a perfect drink, a well-kept pad, or jet-setting in style, Bespoke Post improves your life one box at a time. Each box goes for under $50, but has more than $70 worth of unique gear waiting inside for you. And the first of each month, you'll receive an email with your box's details. You'll have 5 days to change colors and sizes or add extra goods to your box. And if you're not feeling that month, you can simply skip it. For barrel aging kits to limited edition cigars, weekend bags, classy Dob kits, which are is it Dob kits or Dob kits? It's DOPP. It's what you bring around that has the little thing. It's not a dab kit, Shad.
Okay.
But it does. It's so dope it makes you want to dab. Anyways, Bespoke Post offers essential goods and guidance for the modern man. To receive 20% off your first subscription box, go to boxofawesome.com and enter code BATTLECAST at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, and the code for 20% off is BATTLECAST. Your first box of Bespoke Post will get 20% off with BATTLECAST. Yay.
It was really cool finding out how many different things that they offer.
Yeah, we got a bunch of dope ties, which came in so handy for me because they sent us ties, and then one of them was in the perfect color range that I had to for this wedding I had to go to, and I was like, banger, right? Just like it was like, boom, tie.
Right.
Ready
And then
to
you were
go.
looking to do it, and you're like, they do everything. Like,
Yeah, because I have to move here next week, and it's like, now we have a lot more space, and I want to do have a nice little bar, and they got a box that does bar stuff, so it's like I'll probably get a bar box and see if I can get some little what do I need on my bar? I don't know. Tell me, box, and they'll be like, sure, here's some dope stuff for your bar, because I'm like, bar stuff, what, coasters and
That's a good one.
like a Boston shaker, am I done? And they're like, no, these cool strainer things and this thing that's dope, and you can get this for this, and I'm like, sweet. Anyways,
those
check
cool
it out.
Check 'em
ice
out.
cubes that are rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
See,
That's cool.
yes. Thank you. See, that's I wouldn't have thought of that.
So check out Bespoke Post. They got a lot of great stuff. I also appreciate Josh's constant spiking the lens as if he's trying to intimidate our audience to
Right.
go do it. The entire time you're doing that ad read, he was just straight to lens.
That's how I contributed. I wanted to
I
help you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
Dude.
never know what to do because I'm in your seat all the time, and a lot of times, sometimes I do the reads, but Ben does a lot of them, and I'm just there like,
What do I do? I'm in
what do I do?
frame.
He's reading.
Just-
like, I
just-
can't,
just
like,
nod and
interrupt.
agree.
Like,
What do I do with my eyes?
sometimes I just push out the shot. I'm just like,
That's good too. That's really good.
Try to switch cameras so you can't escape.
well, I know. There's a wall.
Dude, it reminded me of it's so dumb, but it's one of my favorite parts of Extra Life that we've ever had. And that's 2 years ago when we were doing the game show segment. Josh is on slime bucket duty.
Yeah.
He's on the ladder waiting to be able to slime someone.
That was
And for
amazing.
some reason, broadcast threw it to his camera.
Yeah.
And so I see it on the preview monitor as I'm hosting, and it's just Josh, and he just looks like this.
Yep. It's 2:30 in the morning. It's cold. I have a bucket. I
He's just
couldn't hear
holding a bucket.
anything. Couldn't see anything.
It's-
Like had no idea.
Yeah.
So I just started narrating over it, just like, hey guys, it's me.
It's awesome.
Josh, just here in the cold with my bucket. Like it is.
Solid. Yeah. I'd been here for like a couple months. It was brand
Yeah,
new.
you're-
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You were a wee little babe.
Extra Life is a
You've
hell
been
of
here a
way.
while now.
Yeah,
Almost 2 years.
Damn, B.
Yeah. In August.
Moving on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you're one of my favorite hires, Josh.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely not that guy.
He stole the other one.
No, Dan, speaking of Extra Life, we're already talking with Dell Children's and Extra Life just about this year and like new commitments and
Yeah,
stuff. It's been
yeah.
crazy. So it's I'm already starting to plan the insanity
Good.
that will be this coming year. So if you guys have segment ideas, start thinking about it.
All right.
Will do.
Bird scooter jousting.
Yes.
That'd be great.
I love
there,
that.
yeah.
Broadcast will hate you, dude. I was on
We
off
can do
topic
it
once.
outside.
I was on off topic once.
Yeah, but we can do it outside in the parking lot.
You're right,
It's
then they'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
That said, it
Dude,
is really funny to watch Eric Bardar lose his mind when you take a scooter onto set.
Okay, well then we will. We'll do that after
Yeah.
we've jousted. But bird scooter
You
jousting.
should joust with a bird biscuit. try to get it into the person's mouth.
Oh yes, let's do that, dude. Mouth
Open wide.
jousting?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds a little maybe not mouth jousting.
Oh,
Bird,
girl.
biscuit, bird, scooter, joust. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Get the bite. Yeah,
So there's this local place in Austin called
Bite
Bird
the
Bird
biscuit.
Biscuit.
it's
It-
pretty dank.
It sounds like they'd be chicken biscuits, but I think only one of their biscuits contain chicken.
No, I think they're all chicken biscuits, aren't they?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just like there's only like one on the menu. There's a lot. It's like egg.
They only
and
have like
bacon.
4 biscuits, I think.
What,
Like,
what is
they-
this place?
It's Bird
You
Bird
ever been
Biscuit.
there?
It's
No.
right. It's right over there. Like kind of.
It's right over there.
Right over there.
Okay, I'll start walking in that sort of direction after the show.
It's like airport Manor-ish.
okay,
Right
so-
over there. Like it's the road that's in between MLK and I can't remember the other
because
road. But
Christine and I are always looking for new places
Yo,
to
Here's
try.
the- here's the deal.
yeah, I got the restaurant hookers. We go.
Oh,
Bird
good.
Bird
Give
Biscuits.
me the list.
Bird Bird Biscuits very good.
Here's the deal with Bird Bird Biscuit. It's breakfast sandwiches,
Uh-huh.
but if you consume one, you want to die afterwards. Like that is part of
They're
it. Like,
not a
very,
good lunch.
No, no,
they're
no,
very hearty.
It's like a
Okay.
great Sunday. We're not doing much after this meal because like
Okay.
it's strong. Like workday lunch, love it, but
Rough.
you're slow for the next hour. 'Cause it's
The itis.
yeah, it's the itis. It's full on
Yeah.
like Southern biscuit, fried chicken, bacon. Like yeah,
Gerard,
That
didn't you
sounds
get-
incredible.
Didn't you get 2 one time?
I got 2.
And then you
once.
wanted to die? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling it after 1, and Gerardo ate 2, and he's just like, I don't know how you do it, man.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's tough to get through too, but it's possible. It's delicious too.
Hey, Sam,
What?
what's going on?
Oh snap! Transitions.
Can they hear us through that?
Probably.
Okay.
Why wouldn't
Cool.
they be able to?
What are you doing?
I'm slacking Nick Bird Biscuits.
Are you serious?
I got
Right
shit
now.
to do,
Yeah.
Chad.
Otherwise, you'll forget.
He's working
It's responsible.
on the
I mean-
important stuff.
I even threw it. I did you solid. I helped you with that
I
transition.
know. I
and you
appreciate
just-
it. These days, I get things done when I
Did you
know
just
I
close
need to
the
do
chat?
them. Okay, I'll bring the chat. Come on, Jesus. Anyways, what's going on, y'all?
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spooter did
I
her?
just saw in the chat actually. They were like, "Hey, Chad, did you see the trailer for the new Spider-Man? It spoils everything." And so,
So I have seen
disagree.
Endgame now, which is good.
Good.
I still haven't.
It's so good. Not as good as Infinity War, but so good.
Agreed. Very
And holy shit, prepare to cry, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Oh man,
Cha.
I did.
We're not gonna spoil anything, by the way, but
like I don't know. I don't think I care for the MCU or any of it as much as like I'm just not very attached, and I don't like I'm like whatever because like I watched Infinity War like beginning to end the other day because I was like I didn't really like I've seen most of it before, but I've never actually like, sat down and watched it because like I was watched the first time I watched it was like for I want to say it was a Captain America like Death Battle or maybe it was Black Panther or some shit like that. And then so like I sat down and watched it and like I just at the end it was like everyone's like ooh and I'm like yeah I don't give a fuck like
you already knew.
all yeah but all of them suck like
Dude, Jesus.
I don't like the new Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
wait,
I
he's
just don't really care
great,
for him
dude.
very much.
What don't you like about him?
I think he does everything right as a younger Spider-Man, but I want an
wait
older
for him to be
Spider-Man.
older. Okay.
Yeah, I
You
want
want
an
him
older
to Tobey
Spider-Man.
Maguire up a little bit.
Yeah, I want him to Dad Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. Like I want that
Yeah, that was a
strange
good-
Spider-Man.
yeah.
Like I want one who's got like a failing marriage. So I'm like, I relate now. And like I just like I see high schoolers in general and I'm like, don't care. Like
It'll probably
good they
get
don't
there.
put seatbelts on your
Hopefully,
bus.
yeah.
Like,
You-
you
and
know, I don't like I just
If you listen closely, you can hear the sound of Sam's cane shaking through the air.
It's very angry. But like I don't know. Like in like you know like I really like Black Panther. Black
Yeah.
Panther is excellent. Shaw's a great character, and still I'm just like. Also, because I think it's because I know inherently that everything's going to be okay.
Well,
Yeah.
see, but
It's
that was
really
what was
boring.
so cool about Infinity War. They left you
But
with
it
that feeling
is-
of what are they going to
no,
do? Sure,
it's
they're
just-
probably going to bring everybody back and whatever. But,
how?
like,
Yeah.
but when you left that you had that feeling of like, holy shit, they just did that. Kids
Which
were crying
is
in
like,
theaters.
and that's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping. Like, and I'm hoping because like everything, if nothing has happened in so long where it's been like, oh hey, it didn't work out the way you want it to, and that's why easy transition. Game of Thrones. I really just hope Cersei wins. Like, I just want Cersei to
You've
win.
gotten
Awful.
2 gasps out of Josh.
Oh my
I just
God.
want
It's
Cersei to
just
win.
like you monster.
I hate her so much. I'm mad that she is like all that's left. It's so annoying. She's the
Yes,
worst.
I want her to win.
No.
She's gonna win. It's gonna be great.
no.
All I know about Game of Thrones is a Starbucks cup.
yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
love
That's a
that.
big
the
deal.
shots.
They got rid of it apparently.
Here's the thing: so many people are just being like, "How do you do that? Oh, how do you do this on this production?" And blah blah blah. blah. And I'm like, "Do you fucking see that production? How do
Yeah.
you not have more of that shit? Like, they're in a giant banquet hall.
Oh.
There's mead cups and horns everywhere, and then
Yeah.
oh yeah, we overlooked the
My
Starbucks
thing
cup.
is, how did they
Miss
let
it in post?
Yeah, miss
Yeah.
it in post.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that.
how it can be filmed there. Oh, absolutely, no big deal. But yeah, that getting through post, because it's not like they don't have the budget to remove a Starbucks cup
Right.
from a scene. Like,
Right. Well, also like it's gone forever because the way media is consumed now is all digital, and so like
Yeah.
you know that's everybody's making a big deal about it. And I was like, guys, it'll be gone in like no time. They're just
Mhm.
gonna do a re-upload, and then it'll never come out on the Blu-rays either. You know, it's like, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
yeah,
I
oh,
left-
is it already gone?
I think so.
Yeah, they changed it already. I left
Sweet,
a
yeah.
cursor in one episode of Death Battle this season. I'm not going to tell you which episode. Or when. Just comb through all the episodes and find a cursor somewhere. But I missed it. I missed it every time I rewatched it
Yeah,
for quality
yeah,
control.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
just
it
a
happens
cursor.
especially when you have eyes on something. Like, I understand, like in our productions, especially because it's just one editor.
Yeah.
Who like you see it, you like eyeball fatigue it because you've watched the
Mhm.
same thing a dozen times,
Yeah.
and something that small is just it looks like it's in place. So
I mean, there have been times
Doesn't matter.
like throughout Death Battle, like that. What you're talking about has happened so many times.
Yeah.
When,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
when I worked
Yeah.
on the show, like it wasn't just me. It was like everyone
Yeah.
who was watching it. All of us would miss something, like a typo
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh
It-
yeah,
it
it's like
happens.
yeah, that's a type of the miles per hour versus like kilometers per hour or whatever. We've done that a few times.
Yeah.
mhm.
Remember that one time I wrote Ninja Garden?
yeah.
a whole garden of ninjas, freshly grown. It's harvest
But those
season.
are the
That was
fun
awesome.
ones.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
those. God, what was tag script that we couldn't stop laughing about?
Oh, I saved it. I have it in a doc right here. It was so bad. It was so
I
bad.
feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. I kind of remember a little bit of it, but I'm not sure how much of it to believe.
I don't know. It
because
was so funny.
if Sam's bringing it up, we'll know
Oh,
for
apparently
sure.
my internet's going out.
Cool.
Great.
Sweet.
Well, no, it's just Google Drive won't let me re-sign in for some reason.
Thank
Yeah, that
God.
would screw up
That's
everything,
chat.
right?
Weird.
And thank God we're not owned by a giant internet company. Otherwise, that'd be
Yo,
unacceptable.
speaking of, like, I mean, I know it's like our parent company. I'm about to talk mad shit, but and they got me a great cell phone. I love my cell phone, and cell service is great. But we're moving into this new place, right? And AT&T services them, and we have an AT&T box in our front yard, and the model home and the street over have AT&T, and then they just will not give us internet. It's like, we just want the fucking internet. They're like, we don't. And it's like, we're like, this is a fucking internet box in our front yard.
Oh, let's be honest.
The house on the other side of the street has AT&T. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, we can't do it. And then they were like, and then legitimate, they were like, we're going to send out an investigator to see if we can do it.
Oh, fun.
And I'm like, is this Sherlock
I was
fucking
just
Holmes?
about to say a
Like,
Sherlock Holmes guy comes out with a magnifying glass.
and then I guess he just never went out. So they're like, oh, I guess he never went out. We don't know. And I was like, oh fuck, like Jesus Christ, like,
Dude,
just come give us some
And
internet.
that's every ISP, man. Like that customer service. Like, oh Lord, I used to have to do all the tech support for Screw Attack before we moved down, and so like, oh, the battles. You remember? Oh, I'd spend so long on the phone because like it was like, oh, we had to do a change with our account, or we need to upgrade our service, or like our router's screwed. Like I need you to send it out, and like there is nothing more infuriating than someone who knows what they're doing, like to troubleshoot, and you get that person that's just like reading from the book, and you're just like, listen, this is my third call this week. I have already reset the router. I have ensured what color the light is. I have factory reset it. It is screwed. Please, let's not do this and send me a new one. Okay, sir, so what you're going to want to do is unplug the router. And I'm like, oh, like I just, God, I
Yeah.
hate it. And like, dude, you remember all the shit I had with my apartment?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I like getting Verizon set up. It was a just complete nightmare. And I was transferring. The thing that pissed me off so bad was that we wanted to get the corner apartment because we always had people over when we were allowed. And so it wasn't available until like a month in. And so we're like, but the one literally, like the door faces it. Okay. Like you walk in to the left, was our first apartment. To the right was the one that we were moving into. It was a move of about 6 feet. Okay, and I had internet set up on the left, and then the one on the right. They were just like, we don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's in the same complex.
I can run a fucking
see
Cat
it.
6
Right.
like,
Yeah.
just across the door.
Right.
Like,
Exactly. Like, I can go get an Ethernet cable and run it to this apartment. What? You mean like, oh, I guess they just never wired you for fiber. So then it was like,
Oh.
holy shit. It was like a giant nightmare. And I finally get it set up. And then I just I have so many problems. And I will never forget this guy's name. His name was Lance. Shout out to Lance as one of the engineers. Like, this dude came out and I'd already had 3 other techs out and nobody could. And this guy came out, fixed all my problems. Dude was super cool. Realized that I still had a VGA cable for my second monitor at the time. And he was like, dude, I got an extra DVI. Here you go. And gave it to me. And I was just like, holy shit, this guy's the best. And then straight up legit, he's just like, yo, you want Windows 7?
I remember that. I remember you talking about that.
And then and I was like, dude, Lance is the fucking best.
Yeah.
And then I
gave
got
you the fucking bootleg.
and
yeah, that's
I
dumb.
got his number. I have a legit copy of Windows. So I got his number, and then I was just like, I had the hookup for Verizon shit for so long because I would skip the bullshit and I would just call Lance and be like, hey dude, this shit's happening.
got a guy.
And he's like, oh cool, I'll get it set up in a ticket.
get
or
a
whatever.
guy.
That
Yeah,
is the
fucking
most
awesome.
one of the most beneficial relationships I have ever made. Is getting in, get a tech support guy if you can get it. Like, oh.
Yeah.
It's because ISPs are they're like utilities. They're a necessity.
Right.
And often, much like electric or something, when you only have one option where it's just like, oh, it's just city electricity. You have no competing options. It is the worst service you will ever get.
Yeah, it doesn't
And,
have to be good,
Their
yeah.
portal is like an Angel Fire site, and
Yeah.
it's fucking ridiculous. You know there's no security. It feels fucking
Oh, I
bad
know.
going there. It's just like, yeah, and because most of the time you don't have an option. It's just like, would you like our internet or just to be a caveman? Like,
Yep.
those are your options. It's like, of course you have to go through it, and they just don't give a shit because you have to use them pretty much.
God, sorry, you're just taking me back. It was like,
Yo,
it was my,
bad-
oh my,
like-
it was. I think it was a house in Frisco, and then I just I tried to get my power set up on auto bill pay, and they're like, yeah, we can't do that. And I'm like, what? And then just yeah, we
No.
can't. You're gonna need
Was
to.
it city electricity or some shit?
Yeah, and it was like,
yeah.
so you're gonna either need to.
They literally don't care.
They're
Like,
like-
they're
yeah,
just
they're
like, you have to. What do you want to not
Yeah.
have electricity? Like, what
They're
do
like,
you say?
we can get you on paperless billing, and I'm like, how does that help me? That's fine, let's do that and save the environment. So you don't have to mail checks anymore. You can go to our shit web portal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have a web portal with a credit card processing system, and you can't do recurring payments. God, I hated it. So then it was every month I had to make sure you got to log in by this date, and then
Yeah.
you'd have to. And it's not even intuitive where you had an account every time. It's please type in your entire invoice number. So I do that whole thing, and then it would ask you how much you need to pay, and I'm like, Jesus. And then I
This
so,
is 1970.
yeah, so I'd get the email because it was my paperless, and then I had to go through copy and paste and fucking do all that shit. God,
I
hate
don't
it.
I have City Austin. I don't understand. They have auto bill, which is great, fine, whatever. But they post the bill whenever the fuck they feel like it.
Yeah.
There's an 11-day range where they post bills.
Mm-hmm.
That's a third of the month. What the fuck is their problem? Sometimes it's the 27th. Sure.
Just whenever
They're
we get around to it.
the 9th. Fuck it. It's insane. I don't understand how they do it. It just always comes in on my debt, because it's obviously straight through my account. It's just randomly shows up any fucking day. It's not oh yeah, the first of the month. They're nah, or somewhere around there, 5 or
Whenever
6
of the
days
month.
either side. I don't give a shit. It's what the fuck?
But God help
Welcome
you
to
if you miss
Austin.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, I've gotten our gas utility bill set up on auto pay 2 or 3 times now. And because I would do it, I would get it set up on auto pay, and then I would keep getting an email saying you're behind on your payments, and I go and check, reset it up on auto pay again, pay off that bill, and then set up on auto pay again, and it's finally I think we're in the clear. But it took the first 3 months of us
Yeah.
living in our new apartment for that to finally just stop pestering me.
I feel like I would have called them just to ask if they had a gas leak or something, just to blend that joke in because they kept forgetting. But
Welcome
that's
to
just me.
I got it.
Is there a gas coming?
Yeah.
Welcome to
Do you have a
Complain
fucking
Cast,
gas leak?
by the way.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, I know. This is the old man podcast. We've just been bitching about stuff the entire time. But hey, let me tell you about something positive, and that's that Mother's Day is coming up, and I've got a perfect gift for you to get that special lady in your life. So this Mother's Day, for a limited time only, 23andMe is taking $30 off their health and ancestry kit until May 13th. The 23andMe Health and Ancestry Kit is the perfect gift for Mother's Day. Celebrate what makes mom special with personalized genetic insights on her health, traits, and more. With the Health and Ancestry Kit, you and mom can celebrate your genetic similarities and differences as you explore your shared connection with over 125 personalized genetic reports on your health, traits, and more. So give mom a gift that's thoughtful. With 23andMe's personalized wellness reports, she can learn how her genes play a role in her well-being and lifestyle choices, whether it's how her weight may be impacted by saturated fat, her likelihood for being lactose intolerant, and more. Mom's sure to discover a whole new way of understanding who she is. With the most comprehensive genetic ancestry breakdown on the market, mom can explore where her DNA is from and out of over 1,000 regions worldwide. Learn about genetic similarities and differences between herself and relatives, and opt in to connect with people who share her DNA. It's super cool. You can find out a lot of really interesting stuff about yourself, and it makes a great gift. So this Mother's Day, get $30 off 23andMe's Health and Ancestry Kit at 23andme.com/deathbattle. That's the number 23andme.com/deathbattle. Again, that's 23andme.com/deathbattle. Offer ends May 13th. So go check it out. It's really, really cool.
And thanks for reminding me about Mother's Day.
Thanks, 23andMe. You just helped Sam
Lifesaver.
dodge a bullet.
It's so hard. She doesn't like flowers and stuff, so it's like, what do you get her? Like, I don't know. It's
That's true.
impossible.
Oh, shit. And Holly's a mother, too, now.
Oh, not yet.
I thought they had their kid. Did they not?
I don't know if I would know.
Hold on.
That'd be funny if my brother and sister-in-law had a kid and I didn't.
I'm nearly positive they did.
No way.
I did not get a
hilarious.
text. There's no way.
I'm pretty sure I would have got a text.
Yeah.
You've been an uncle.
Yeah.
Retroactive.
Yeah, I don't think they have. 90% sure it's supposed to be June, so it'd be kind of early.
Is it?
Now that it's unheard of.
Be pretty
but-
early. Yeah.
Early happens though.
Am I
Yeah.
crazy? I don't know why I thought.
No, I'm positive because my mom's at home right now. She would be there.
Weird. I wonder if
Yeah,
I either had
no.
a dream or it was somebody else. Now you're good.
Yeah,
premonition.
Damn, that would have been so funny though.
that would have been pretty funny. But
Wouldn't
yeah,
it be funny if you had like premonitions and they always came true, but they were of obvious things? It's like, yeah, that was gonna happen.
yeah, she's gonna give birth. Like, not you. What? You fucking
Next Tuesday, you're going to work.
What a premonition.
I'm double checking my
You're
text.
soon
But
to
it's
breathe
like-
oxygen.
It's like That's So Raven, where your whole body freezes
Yeah.
and the camera has to zoom into your iris.
It's very dramatic for things that are.
It's
just
really
gonna happen.
dramatic from your perspective, but it's always for obvious stuff. So it's more of a handicap than a gift.
Yeah,
Weird. I don't
that'd be
know why
great.
thought
I
that.
still, I think, would be down for it.
But you gain nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't gain anything from
Dude,
it.
April has like weird prophetic dreams.
Mm.
Like every now and then she'll have one, and it's really strange. And like so it's happened a couple times where stuff lines up. So like she had this one of these type of dreams, and she was like terrified, like there was something wrong with her mother. And then we got the call the next day that her mother like she had to have like a hysterectomy and like all this shit. Like there's all this stuff going on. So like it's happened a couple times, but my hands down favorite one is way back in the day. This is back when we were saying we're never gonna have kids. Like we're good with the way we are. But then all that changed, and we wanted kids and all that. So
got you
but,
baited.
yeah, but back then, so this is like wasn't part of our plan or anything like that. She had a dream that we had a daughter with red hair and blue eyes, and that this is the best part. She grew up and overthrew Scientology.
Yes.
So fast
Step
forward
one.
years later, we decide to have children. We have a daughter who has red hair and blue eyes.
you're
And
just
so we
waiting.
joke about all the time. We're like,
Yeah.
it
Have you
might
told her
happen.
of the prophecy?
I have not. I
Okay,
think
not
I'm
yet.
worried that
When-
that might
I
ruin
think you
it.
can't tell her
Right,
the
you can't.
prophecy.
Oh
It's not-
man.
Well, if it's a prophecy, if it's destiny, then you can't stop it.
The problem
Right.
is now, just by saying this, I just realized that I just said it out loud on the internet, and now I've got some fucking profile somewhere, and they're probably gonna be digging up stuff on my daughter just to keep an eye on her.
The
Just in case.
part of it.
Scientologist, you think?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Oh man, April, I've been watching that documentary from the actress who like used to be a Scientologist. You should check
I watched
it
the
out.
HBO
Yeah,
one they
Going
did.
Clear.
I
I
watched
watched
Going
that.
Clear too. This
Yeah.
is insane. This is a whole series that they're doing. I think it's on Hulu.
Okay.
And so like there's a bunch of people who have now like left the church and that were like super influential. Like she got like had David McCavige's father on the show. He had like his like right hand man guy or whatever, and like he's flipped now, and like it's insane. Like hearing all this stuff, and they've got like they have all the info, they have all the docs and stuff, and too, and so like showing all the, it's wild. You should definitely check that out if you're interested.
To
And
think that your daughter will someday overthrow all of
we'll
that.
see.
Fingers
See
crossed.
what
That'd be
happens.
fun.
Man, the
She's gonna
child,
bring it all down.
dude, the episode on like how they treat children is really rough.
Ugh. Yeah,
yeah.
I can imagine.
Anyway, so that's what's happening with Spider-Man or whatever. That's what's going on.
Fucking threw that one out the window. Nice. I think we were supposed to have a community death battle, right?
Yeah.
Do y'all want to do that? There we are. I know it's old Arya Stark versus Katniss Everdeen, right?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the old games of Hungar, but
Oh, both
Let's-
they're both
we can-
games.
yeah, they're
Of
games.
Thrones
They-
and Hunger. Wow.
yeah.
I didn't make that connection. till
Mind
just now.
blown.
I think if I was gonna be in one of those games, I'd rather be playing the Throne one.
Yeah.
But you either play or you die. I guess it's the case for both.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hunger Games.
Hunger
like, you
Games
play or
is
you-
guaranteed.
Yeah,
Sam,
it's
you don't
like-
want to be in the Hunger Games. It's literally PUBG in real life.
Yeah,
You're
but
already
like I don't feel like I got good chances though. Like I'm
How do you do in
not
PUBG?
at all. Yeah, but that's a person who can run infinitely. Like I can't run 50 feet. Like I could be at the end of this building, which
good
is
point.
not that big, and I would be out of breath. Like and like motherfuckers be hearing me just panting, like, and they'd be like, "Yeah, he's over there. Let's kill him." Like this
Sam
motherfucker's
goes-
loud.
Sam
like,
goes to crouch and his knee clicks can be
Yeah.
heard across the valley.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing good in the Hunger Games,
but the
but
pre-fight stuff at the Hunger Games must be nice. They get to like live in the capital and all the cool stuff.
They do
right
get to
before
ball
train
that.
for a
hard
bit.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
That
some
part
cool
would be
guns.
fun. There's
That
no
would be nice,
fun
but
part of Game of Thrones.
in Game of Thrones, it's just mainly social manipulation, which I feel I could be better suited for, especially because like I do love to peer pressure people into shit. So like that is a skill. I
Sam's
think
just
you could
little
take,
fingering
like,
it.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, I could get down. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a better chance of survival in the Game of Thrones, and I'm not saying I'm going for the throne.
Plus, you don't have to like if you're in that world, you can just be like, "Nah, you guys figure it out. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll be over here just like living life."
I think, yeah. I mean, yeah. I could get behind. And there's a lot of jobs in that world. I think that are interesting compared to.
Sam's like, I've always been interested in being a blacksmith.
Yeah, well, that would be cool. But there's a lot of shit you could do that would be fun. Like
You run a brothel.
you could run a brothel. That's mainly what I was thinking about. That sounds like a pretty good job. Like, especially you could be the one brothel that treats people all right.
There you
Like,
go.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Perfect. So you two can own a brothel. So anyway, we're fighting.
It's better than it being in a fight to the guaranteed death.
Right,
Like you have
I
a
agree.
1% chance to not die
Yeah.
in the Hunger Games, whereas
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the Game of Thrones, you have a decent chance of just like being all right.
Right. Maybe you just go out and you find yourself a direwolf. That'd
Although-
be sick.
Or a
What-
dragon.
What is? Yeah. What in the Hunger Games? What's the chances that? Like, what's the technology like outside of the Hunger Games? Like, is it
Super
a
high
big
tech.
Super
Yeah.
high tech.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're not gonna
Well,
like.
unless you're
that's
in
thing
one of the
sucks about
slum
Game of
districts
Thrones.
that Katniss is from.
Okay.
If you're
'Cause,
if
like,
you're living high and mighty, you're living high.
But
and
like, do they
mighty.
have some like fucking Neosporin or something? Because like that's what sucks in Game of Thrones, where
pretty
it's
sure
just
they
like it's like, oh no, I've scratched my leg. This might be it. Like,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
you got
rough.
maesters to help you out, and then
Yeah, but the Maesters are mainly bullshit. They're like fucking insane. They're like, let's put some leeches on this boy.
well, it depends
like,
on
it'll
who,
help
it
him. Like,
depends on who you go to, because like apparently Sam can just cut grayscale off of people.
yeah, that's fair. But
There's also not like Yelp. You can't.
the
like,
other
decide
Maester,
which one's the best one to go to.
the other Maester was like, oh, Bran's been crippled.
What are you gonna do for that here?
Well, no, a wheelchair, like
He's
a wheelchair.
got a wheelchair.
No, but no one made it for him. That plan, like
Literally, someone else made it for him.
Well, no, but I'm saying like in the beginning, first they like try
I'm
and do
pretty
this
sure
thing.
Master Aemon made it for him.
I'm pretty sure in the beginning they try and just like put him on a horse, right?
No,
They have like a sled
They-
thing.
so
They
they-
literally talked about it in the last episode, and then
Yeah.
fucking, of course, Bran,
Well,
which
he
is
had
like I
Hodor.
respect the Bran thing. Yeah, they made him a fucking.
They
sled
made him a
with Hodor.
special thing for him to sit on a horse, and then also
And then,
Hodor carried
but
him around. a
still,
lot.
Yeah.
like I like how Bran has been like this is the most me thing I think he could have ever done. Like, he's just like, yeah, I saw all of history. And they're like, what's up with that? And he's like, found a great chair. This is the best chair humanity has ever made.
Yeah.
Like, this is my shit. This chair is top notch. And I was like, I respect it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you of all people would relate to that, Mr. Eames lounge chair.
I mean, he's just like, that's what he's done with his knowledge of everything. Picked his favorite
The
chair.
best chair.
I just love. I
Sure,
wanted to write. We did a Game of Thrones short recently where we decided to go with
Yeah.
the idea of like, hey, probably not the smartest idea to put like all the women and children in the crypt with the dead people. Anyway,
Yeah, super. It's like, hey, we're
but-
fighting this guy that brings the dead back to life.
so
Let's
I thrown,
hide in the crypt. Yeah. That,
yeah. So it was really nice. I thrown out that idea and everybody liked it, and then Blaine wrote it. It was really fun. But the other one that I thrown out that people were liking was that I just wanted to have like someone three-eyed ravening out of conversations they don't want to have. And so, because it's just like,
Yeah.
Brand's just sitting there and it's just like, hey, listen, so, you were late to work. And then it's just,
I'm
I
going
have to
go
leave.
now.
like, it's like, well,
Yeah, that's great.
fuck. Like, like I can't, we got to have the conversation. We got to document it for HR. Anyway, that just made me think of that. So we should probably talk about
Yeah.
this
What
death
about
battle,
this
right?
death battle?
It's
Let's bring
Arya,
up the
right?
first one. Yeah, well, we're way past that, Gerardo. Just bring up the first one.
Yeah,
which I'm
what's-
assuming is for
where
Arya.
Where are these bird noises at, Mug?
What?
What?
Twitter.
Tweets,
Got
you
it. Took me a
idiot.
second. I know.
Fucking dumb.
This one comes from I Hate Myself. That's okay, dude. Come
You
on.
can get better.
Arya is far better at hand-to-hand combat.
combat.
On top of this,
Ooh.
she's an expert at stealth, something Katniss has no counter for. Her knife is also made of Valyrian steel, so she can cut through any armor Katniss has. Anyway, the only thing Katniss has is she is better with a bow. Arya takes it. Arya's pretty
Arya's,
bitching
like,
with a
shooting
bow
fucking
too.
Bullseyes
Yeah.
like crazy. Yeah, okay,
I
but I
am
do the
fully in camp
Valyrian
Arya
steel going through any armor Katniss could have makes sense.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about Game of Thrones, so I'm just gonna fall back on you guys.
There's
for-
a throne, everybody really wants it, and they're all like,
Yeah,
killing
I
each
gathered
other
as much,
over
and
it,
there's
yeah.
dragons.
It doesn't look comfortable though.
It's made of
So
swords.
Arya has had formal training with a sword master. And
Okay.
I missed that
She's
guy.
also like a spooky god assassin person.
She also went
so-
over basically across the sea, and they went to this temple where they kill people, and she learned
Okay.
how to kind of kill people better, and also how to change her face. So she became a faceless one, and she
She doesn't even
can
change her face because her height changes too. Like she takes on like their whole body.
right
assuming.
voice
Yeah.
changes,
Yeah,
everything
pretty much.
changes.
She
Yeah,
hasn't done it in a while.
No,
she hasn't. Right, but
Okay, that sounds awesome.
she probably will.
and then
Yeah.
back and forth because here's the thing, the books made it seem like it's just this kind of mystical ability you get to like move your face around and to change your appearance, right? Like kind of it's magical. But in the show, they kind of lean to like all the people we're killing in this temple. We take their faces, and they're all here, so just put it on.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird. So
But they get their height and voice and everything. so
right,
it's
that's
like,
why like.
it's mystical powers.
It's
It's not like they're
strange.
just wearing their face. Like
Because like when she's with Jacqueline, all right, never mind. I'm not gonna go down this road.
that might be part of like I think having killed the person might be part of the ritual to get their face. But
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway, so
But
I'm
really,
fully in
the,
camp
the,
Arya.
The face thing doesn't really help Arya in this fight at all, though, because she can't like turn into somebody Katniss knows or trusts because she doesn't know anyone that Katniss knows or trusts. So like,
right,
the,
but she
the
could
face,
change her appearance, and then she'll think she's somebody different and not the person she's trying to kill.
That also kind of depends on where they're fighting. Are
could
they
maybe
fighting in a
work.
crowd of people, or is it in the Hunger Games where there's like a couple of people, or is it just them in the arena? You know,
question.
I don't
because
know.
if she transforms into somebody else, I don't think Katniss is going to be like in a pure 1v1 situation.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be like, "Hey, have you seen an Arya anywhere?
yeah.
Kind stranger."
Also, she had to live on the streets for a while, and so like she's pretty like
Hardened.
crafty and hardened.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so she knows how to steal. She knows how to be
blind
nimble.
for a while too.
She was blind for a bit.
How does
Shit, was that
temporary
just the-
blindness work in that world?
the
No, that happened both.
The god of the faceless or whatever took her sight away.
Yeah, it was basically like
Okay.
to
She
show.
was
She's like,
acting
yes, I
out.
want to do this. Yes, I want to be the. I want to commit
Right.
myself to this thing. I'm like, all right, cool. You're blind now. She's like, oh shit.
And then she learned to fight blind, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going with her.
Yeah. I want to know
What do
how
we
many.
need to know something about Katniss. Though.
Right.
Somebody needs
Oh,
to show
yeah.
us
No,
some
I know.
stuff
I'm
about
just.
Katniss.
I'm already there.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Jason Sith. Says plot lets Arya Stark sneak up against Night King, but Katniss Everdeen has bomb arrows, goes over 100 feet and destroy hovercrafts, bulletproof costume, senses and stops holographic foes, kills 3 chimps in 4 seconds, and dodges sneak throwing knife at around 35 miles per hour. Interesting. Arya's
Deemed dead.
dead.
I don't get that one.
Is Dean dead? Oh.
Everdeen.
Everdeen.
She's deemed dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna vote Arya. I don't know. I feel like she's got
The
it all.
explosive arrows are pretty good though.
I only saw the first Hunger Games
Yeah.
movie.
Same here.
And
Are
I
the
never read the
explosive arrows
books.
big explosions?
I don't
Is
know.
She
I
pretty
don't
much
remember
like.
these.
Is she Link?
She might
A
be.
little bit.
Wow.
She kind of is.
No sword though.
How's her close-up combat like? Because like Arya's
doesn't
gonna
do a ton
win.
of
I don't know.
Arya's gonna win in stabbing range, but at
Yeah.
bow range, I guess Katniss might win.
Interesting.
Our fights
Almost
usually
certainly.
have them start off apart, and then they like clash at the beginning.
Yeah.
So depends, I guess, on how.
As long as
this one-
Arya can like run away from a thing and then jump out near her.
Yeah.
I'm still going Arya.
All right, same Arya.
Yeah.
Anyone go with Katniss?
In the interest of being the source of conflict here, I'm going to go with Katniss.
Great.
I'll go Arya. Yeah.
All right, great.
Let's
see if Nick's wrong.
Look.
Probably am.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Landslide victory for Arya
Oh,
Stark.
look at her little Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she's got a thing with her little spear. Yeah.
I'm curious how many millennials have named their kids Arya versus Katniss.
Dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude. Let me tell you about a bullet that we dodged. Okay. Because I was, a fan of Song of Ice and Fire for a long time. Like I was reading it way back in the day, and when we found out that we were gonna have a daughter, one of the things that I pitched out was Arya. Because I liked the name, I thought it
Yeah.
sounded really cool, and I was also like, it'll be like cool, whatever. And then it's like Game of Thrones has become this insane, huge thing now that it's a show and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I'm so glad
Yeah.
that we didn't do that because that would have sucked. Because everyone, it would just been a constant like thorn in my nerd side. It'd be like, oh, from the show. I'd be like, no, it was a fucking book series. So fuck you.
Yeah. Well. Could have been worse characters you named after too.
That's
Like,
true.
You could have picked way worse.
Yeah, we'll name her Cersei.
Yeah. Like, that's a cute name. Yeah.
Or lollies. Rough times for lollies. Sorry, that's a book thing too. Oof. Anyway, that got real dark. Have you read the books?
Lollies. I didn't
Yeah.
know there was a lollies.
Yeah,
That's
she's in
like,
the show too, briefly.
I thought that was just like for a second I was like,
Cena Braun of the Blackwater.
Is that Lolita's? Like what the fuck
No.
are you on about?
Oh God, no.
That is, but yeah.
You know Braun of the Blackwater?
Yeah.
You remember
he's
when
kind
they
of a
hooked him up
dickhead.
with lands, and then he married that chick so that he could get the lands?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
lollies.
Oh.
So the reason that he was able to do that is because no one kind of wanted to marry lollies because very, very, very horrible things happened to her in a riot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
rough.
dark and sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving
Anyway,
on.
go Arya. Way to kill that cat person. So goodbye.
Jesus.
We have to set up another
I
one,
love-
right?
Nope.
I want to not throw him any more life rafts. Like just watch him.
I just looked
Let
at
him
the time.
flounder.
I was
Let him
like,
drown.
Next week,
Ugh.
we have to set a death battle, a community death battle, and I don't know what I'm thinking. I can just only think of that bird biscuit because I just saw a picture again of it a second ago.
We don't have one.
We didn't have one
Kindergarten?
prepped?
I think we did.
Jordan, do we have one prepped?
Yeah, we
What
did.
is
Yeah,
it?
we've got one prepped.
Let's
Pull it up.
surprise
Sorry.
everyone.
No,
Yes.
my
Yeah.
my like
Mysterio and Scarecrow.
literally all my Google Doc can do is let me retry to sign in so I can't see our rundown sheet. So
Got it.
I'm like
Yeah.
screwed right now.
So next week's community death battle is Mysterio versus Scarecrow.
oh, that makes sense.
Masters of
Illusionists.
illusion and fear.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Scarecrow uses a whole bunch of gases and stuff, and Mysterio literally has a bowl over his head, so he's not going to breathe any of that
Yeah,
shit.
it should
And, like,
probably be fine.
we're pretty much done,
see
but
how it
let's fuck
goes.
with it next week.
We could change it to which one would have
I mean-
a better cereal.
Mysterio's would be
Mysterio's.
fucking
100%.
delicious. Yeah.
Crows. It does
Yeah,
still
they're
sound
both kind of
good.
bangers. Yeah. Like
Why isn't that a special Halloween
Scarecrows
cereal?
would
I don't
definitely
know.
be a
By
pumpkin
Blueberry
cereal.
and Frankenberry? Scarecrows?
That'd be great.
It belongs there.
Yeah.
Mysterio's is just Fruit Loops, and Scarecrow's is like some sort of pumpkin seasonal thing, right?
Yeah.
Mysterios, you never know what flavor you'll get.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It's literally just Fruit Loops. And
My
like,
favorite-
I'm not hating on
But
Fruit
with
Loops.
different
My
colored
favorite
dyes, you don't
hands-
know which one.
Hands down, dumb character crossover with cereal boxes was when Sony made that Photoshop way back in the day that was Ragnar O's, and it says "by fiber be purged."
Yeah.
I literally cried when I saw that because there's Ragnaros was a character
Yeah.
who was the
Wow.
final boss in Molten Core, and a thing he would say all the time is "by fire be purged," and he did, and so Ragnar
fiber.
O's "by fiber be purged."
That's
like,
amazing.
Yeah, very good.
Well
Oh
done.
man.
Anyway, let us know who you think we wanted to fight to the death between
Yeah.
Mysterio and Scarecrow. Use the hashtag DeathBattleCast down there in the corner. Submit your answers on Twitter. You got a few days, and then we'll check back next week and we'll go over the results. Damn, I'm bailing you again.
Yeah, bye.
Fuck. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.